our sign says, when you enter our town, Darien is a nice place to live. Each year when we choose a Citizen of the Year, we try to find a person that does make Darien a nice place to live.
It's a nice thing to do. There's a lot of wonderful people and volunteers in the city of Darien, and it's nice to give the honor to someone that's worthy.
It's a very challenging task to try and select just one person because there are so many people who give so much to Darien.
We choose the Citizen of the Year based on several qualities. A lot of it has to do with your involvement with the city of Darien. You must live in the city of Darien. Your humanitarian efforts, your volunteer efforts.
Rosemary Courtney was the one who approached me back in December, and she said, I think we got to get him in as Citizen of the Year, and I said, you're right. So I called some people. We put it through the email line in my family, and we started a letter writing campaign just to say what he had done in his life, not to embellish or anything along those lines.
Paul had a lot of letters, and I'm not allowed to say how many, but it was a lot of letters. It looked like a lot of people put a lot of effort into nominating him, and we paid attention. He's a very giving individual. He helps people in need, and he formed the Food Pantry Our Lady of Peace, which is really a very wonderful thing, and he's a very generous man.
We had a very easy decision. The nominations that we had for Paul this year really said that he was the person to us that really exemplified that nice place to live. And Paul has made Darien a nice place to live for so many years, and it's about time we honored him.
We found him and pulled him aside, and we told him what we were there for, and he just shook his head. He was in shock. He had no idea. He just shook his head and really hesitated on accepting this nomination. He's a very humble man.
You know, when you come from a generation of, if you get your reward here, then you're not getting in heaven. You know, anything that makes you look prominent is not something desirable. Well, I don't want people up there giving talks about me and saying what a wonderful person I am. But if you want to talk about the food pantry, that's important, very important, that they feed so many people. And he thought that was okay if they wanted to talk about the food pantry instead of him.
The city of Darien is using it as a wonderful way to give recognition to the food pantry because it is a good charity right here in our town.
What we decided to do in honor of Mr. Broccoli is to make our focus for the centerpieces on each table contributions to his food pantry at Our Lady of Peace. And so at the end of the evening, all of the items that are in the middle of the tables will then be taken to the food pantry and contributed.
He's so sympathetic to the needs of the people there, and to whether you're Catholic or not, he never asks that question. He just helps people that are in need, and we have learned to accept that and do for them like he does, because he has taught us. He's an example for us, and he's a wonderful guy. We love him all.
My dad, for many, many years, has made it his mission in life to go beyond himself.
I think mothers and fathers teach kids to do for others by doing it, not by talking to them, by doing it.
His whole life is so much about, doing unto others as you'd have done to you, and doing things for other people. He's devoted to his family. Really the epitome of what a solid citizen is. And, somebody that actually lives their faith and is devoted to their family. It's a tough act to follow, but he definitely gave us something to shoot for. So we're very proud of him. And I know he's not one for, to make a big fuss or draw attention to himself, but I think it's good that, we recognize people like that so that we can all strive to be that way.
He really does feel that all his work that he does is for God, and God hopefully will use these things to his good.
He not only is a family man, but he's adopted the community, and they're an extension of his family. So we're very, very proud of him, and we're really awed by the example that he's given to the community and how much he loves Darien.